We're back with the boys from the Dwarf. And guess what? It's time for bleeding quiz games. Holy smokes. So as we continue our quest to beat every single Red Dwarf game on stream, we have arrived at the need to do quiz games. Now, let me just rejig this window here. There you go, that'll do. Cool. I've rewatched the series, the classic series, so we're ready. Hopefully, if I was paying attention, we can play these quiz games. So first of all, we've got this one from Psycho Ward Productions. This is a DOS game. Let's load. Big Pete's Red Dwarf Quiz, version 1.10. How's that looking? Looking good. Alright, get some music. Just a little bit of background noise. Okay, let's see now. Red Dwarf Quiz version 1.0 with 120 questions to test your knowledge of the cult TV show. 120 questions, guys. Bloody hell. Properly embarrassed myself here. Welcome to Big Pete's Red Dwarf Quiz. Red Dwarf, one of the best sci-fi comedy programs ever written from the combined genius minds of Rob Grant and Doug Naylor. Red Dwarf has been around on our screen since 1988 and has built up a huge following of fans from all over the world. Introducing us to the main characters, Dave Lister, the last human being, Arnold Rimmer, his dead bunkmate, now a hologram, the cat, who is all that's left from the race of the cat people who evolved from Dave's pregnant cat. Needs to be a full stop here somewhere. Crichton, a sanitation mechanoid with a missing sanity chip, and Holly, the senile computer, who has an IQ of 6,000. Or is it 6? Plus loads of additional characters such as Christine Kachansky, Dwayne Dibley, Cat's alter ego, Ace Rimmer, the Gelfs, Polymorph, the Inquisitor, Rogue Simulants, Legion, Sirens, plus many more. How much of a fan are you? Can you answer all the questions, or do you need to watch the entire 7 series all over again? Wasn't there 8 by this point? I don't know when this was released. Must have been just 7. Okay, what we got? Let's check version history. 1997, yeah, would have been just the 7 series. Didn't have the last BBC series. Interesting. Play tested until the keyboard melted. That's always good. This program is shareware. If you like this quiz, register by sending £10 Sterling to don't send it to that address. Probably don't live there anymore. After like 30 years. Okay, sound is on. Space to begin the quiz. What was Sheriff Crichton's mule called in Gunman of the Apocalypse? Christ, that's a tough one. I'm going to say Dignity. Okay, I heard a noise. I don't know if that was a good noise or a bad noise. Let me just turn the music off for a sec. How long had it been since the Legion last had any visitors? Many centuries. What was Rimmer's one morning in the Samaritans known as? Oh, that was Suicide Saturday, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. What accident did Talkie Toast have? Let's just smash him into 3,000 separate pieces with a 14-pound hammer. Got to use his ammunition in the garbage cannon. Kind of drop it down 10 floors in the engine room. A. There we go. Where was Rimmer born? He went to school on Io, I believe. So I'm going to say Io. Okay, that's the good sound. You might not be able to hear that, actually, because I turned the sound right down. Let me pop it up again for you. There you go. How long did Rimmer spend on Rimmerworld? It was 600 years. Yeah, get wrecked. In The Inquisitor, who was the bitch queen from hell? Rimmer's mum. Christine Kachansk. I think it was Rimmer's mum. It was, yes. In Back to Reality, what did Kat say his middle name would be if he had one? Superficial. Who played the original male Holly? That was Norman Lovett. When is Gazpacho Soup Day? Oh god, this was in one of the other games. It was the 25th of November. Who are the creators of Red Dwarf? Rob Grant and Doug Naylor. It's not Doug Rimmer and Rob Naylor. Grant Lister and Dave Rimmer. Who was Captain Paxo? Captain Hollister, I guess. How many press-ups did Gandhi have to do in Meltdown? 30. Damn. Who murdered Paranoia? Confidence, Rimmer, the Scutters. Confidence? There you go. What time did Crichton arrange to meet Camille at Parrots? That was 8 o'clock. Who plays the part of Arnold Rimmer? That is 1, Chris Barry. What was the cat's shiny thing? Yo-yo? We're doing alright here. Who was William Doyle? Rimmer's alter ego in Back to Reality? No. Crime's creator? No. I think it was one of the Gunmen of the Apocalypse. Damn. In Quarantine, who would you fly to see on a magic carpet? The King of the Potato People? Yes. Oh god. Which directive states, in an emergency power situation, a hologrammatic crew member must lay down his life in order that the living crew members might survive? That's definitely not a Rimmer directive. Let's say 195. Yes. In The Inquisitor, what does Rimmer claim his middle name is? Joseph? Damn. It's actually Judas, by the way. What did the black holes turn out to be in Marooned? Grit on the scanner screen. Who was the sexiest computer sprite in Gunmen of the Apocalypse? Loretta? Yeah. Who was the first woman on the moon according to the female versions of the Korean parallel universes? That was Nellie Armstrong. Who was Crichton's replacement in The Last Day? Well, it wasn't C-3PO. It probably wasn't WD-40. Hudson 10. Yes. How many hours WOO did Rimmer inflict? I don't know what that means. Did Rimmer inflict on the rest of the crew in Quarantine? Without oxygen. Yeah, there you go. 4? Damn. Who are the cat's parents? Ginger, Tom, and Frankenstein? No. Cripple and the Idiot? Maybe? Cat Priest and I'm going to say B. Yes. Who has a bum like 2 badly parked Volkswagens? I don't know where that analogy is going, but Dave Lister, I guess. Hello, Drenna. Good evening. What did Crichton friends Gilbert prefer to be called, as mentioned in The White Hall? Rameses Niblick the Third, kaplunk kaplunk, whoops, where's my fribble? Herman Monster. 1101. I'm going to say 1 there. Binary 1. Damn it. How many Apocalypse Boys were there? There were 4. There were 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. In Dimension Jump, what did Lister say he caught while fishing in the canal? A 2-pound black-ribbed nobbler? See. In the end, that's the first episode. How many times did Rimmer write, I'm a fish, when he couldn't do the exam? 400. How long did Dave Lister spend at art college? 2 weeks. Damn. In Gunmen of the Apocalypse, how do you exit a game on the artificial reality machine? You clap your hands. In Whitehall, what was Lister drinking at the pool table? Wicked Strength Lager, Perrier Water, Cinzano Bianco. C. Damn. What was the name of the woman who sings the theme tune to Red Dwarf? It's not A, because that's Kachansky's actor. I don't know General Source C.B. Krogan. I'm going to say B. Yes. What actress or comedian played Blaise Falkenberger? Now that is a name. I know Ruby Wax was in one of the episodes. Dawn French, I don't recall. And Hattie was Holly. I'm going to say A then. Yes. Who stitched labels into his ship-issue condoms? That'd be good old Rimmer. What were Rimmer and Kreiter known as on the Backwards Planet? The sensational Reverse Brothers, Smeggy Twins, Remir and Netriuk. That was A. What did the Siren's victim use as a full stop? His liver, his lungs, kidney. Say kidney? Who was Queeg really? Holly's replacement? No, Crichton's replacement. Holly, the Vindaloo monster. Holly. What was Lister's name when he was with Loretta in the artificial reality machine? Ooh, that's a tough one. Philip? Yes. What planet is Io a moon of? Easy. Jupiter. In Camille, what was the rodent equivalent of Marlon Brando? Roland Rat, Mickey Mouse, Hammy Hamster. C. Yes. Who was Captain Chloroform in Body Swap? Crichton, as he obeys all humans, no matter how insane. Dave Lister, because of his socks. Arnold Rimmer, because of his stories. Ooh, that's a toughie. I'm going to say Rimmer. Damn. What does Rimmer Directive 271 state? Women, children, and cowards first. No chance, you metal bastard. When in doubt, run away. It's A or B. I'm going to say B. Yes. In Gunmen of the Apocalypse, which directive states, all nations attending the conference are only allowed one car parking space? It's one of the Space Corps directives, so it's B or C. I'm going to go with C. We're going to go with 394-36175-880932-B. 394-36175-880932-B. Yes. Who were the Smart Party? Smeg and the Heads in Time Slides, Rimmer after losing his anger in Polymorph, Lister and the Cat in Backwards. I say B. Damn. Who played Arnold Rimmer's mother in Dimension Jump? Jenna Russell? Damn. In Out of Time, how many years in the future are their future selves? Out of Time. Is that the one I'm thinking of? 15, yeah. Who removed Lister's second appendix? Legion, the Scutters, or Crichton? Legion? Yes. In Rimmerworld, which directive states any officer caught sniffing the saddle of the exercise bicycle in the women's gym will be discharged without trial? It's one of the Space Corps. 345. Damn. Whose breast did Rimmer acquire in Balance of Power? A? Damn. In Justice, how many inches did Lister's space mumps go down my overnight? It's 8 or 10, I think. Let's say 10. Damn. In Sirens, which directive states no registered vessels should attempt to traverse an asteroid belt without deflectors? 1743. What does BSC and SSC after Rimmer's name mean? Bachelor of Science? No, it's B. bronze swimming certificate and silver swimming certificate. Which school did Rimmer go to? He went to Io House? Where did Lister want to buy a farm? On Fiji. Who looked so geeky that he couldn't get into a science fiction convention? Dwayne Dibley, I guess. What happens when the cat gets excited? All 6 of his nipples tingle? The fur in his back of his neck sticks up, he starts dribbling. Ooh. Say A. Yes. In Dimension Jump, why did Bongo have a feeling Ace had returned? The chemist shops had sold out of pregnancy test kits. All the women had taken the day off work. Rubber's shares went up that morning. Ooh. They're all equally valid. I'm going to say C, that sounds about right. Yes. According to Holly and Queeg, what is a poor IQ for a glass of water? 6. What is Lister's favourite music? Saggy belly plank, rubble belly tank, rasta belly skank. C. In Whitehall, what was Holly doing with the planets? Playing pool. Which channel has got a hologram reading the news? 27? Yes. We're doing alright here. In The Last Day, how long did it take Lister to make the foot of the Marilyn Monroe droid? 2 hours. Yes. Who is as dead as a can of Spam? Legion. Damn. In Justice, why did Rimmer say he couldn't wear the escort boots? Because it was a hologram, because he has a different shoe size, and the wrong colour. A. Why did... question 69. Nice. Why did Holly choose to bring Rimmer back as a hologram? Because he considered Rimmer the best person to keep Lister sane, to make Lister suffer a living hell, because Rimmer shared the same room as Lister. It's A. Who played Kachansky in Series 1 to 6? C.P. Grogan? Chloe Anna was Season 7, so it's gotta be B. Yes. Nice try, quiz. What did Lister spray under his arms by mistake instead of deodorant in Future Echoes? Shaving foam, boot polish, hairspray. Sounds like shaving foam. There you go. According to Rimmer in Body Swap, what does Lister sweat? A or B? Gonna say A. Damn. What was the name of the officer from the Enlightenment who came aboard about the Starbug first? Commander Binks. In Legion, which directive states no officer with false teeth should attempt oral sex in zero gravity? Okay, is this 1, 3, 4, 5? No. Who played Adolf Hitler? Wax droid in Meltdown. That was Kenneth Hadley. Himself. It wasn't himself, surprisingly. Who sang the theme tune to Red Dwarf at the end of Meltdown? Oh, that was Elvis. So, Clayton Mark? How much did Talkie Toaster cost? $19.99 pounds? Yes. What was the name of Lister's goldfish? That was Lennon and McCartney? According to the Cat Bible, who is the cat people's god? Cloister the Stupid. In The Last Day, what did the cat give to Crichton as a present? The fish earring he really hates. It's a fish earring. It's that fish earring, sir. That one you really hate. Yeah, that one. In quarantine, which directive states demand a rescreening after 5 days in quarantine? Space Code Directive 699? Good, I don't really know my space directives. In Time Slides, who was the drummer in Smeg and the Heads? Domin? Lucky yes. What is GELF an abbreviation for? Giant endangered lethal furball, genetically engineered life form. B. Who plays the part of the cat as Danny John Jules? How many days did Lister, Cat and Crichton have to spend in quarantine? It's B or C. Let's see. Round it up, damn. What did the Gelfs want in exchange for the OG unit? C. Lister as a mate for the chief's daughter. What fragrance did Camille use? WD-40? What can Hudson 10 do with his Willy in the last day? I don't remember that. Not sure I want to. We'll say cut a brick in half. Yes. Name Rimmer's three brothers. Philip, Stephen, David, John, Howard and Frank, Eric, Paul and Richard. I don't know. I think it's A. Damn. In Sirens, which directive states, no member of the Corps should ever report to duty in a ginger toupee? C. Yes. What did the cat do with Lister's mind tape in Body Swap? Is it B? Yes. Which exam does Lister have to take to outrank Rimmer? The chef's exam. Which floor was the stasis leak on? Ooh, I don't know. Floor 23. Damn. In Emo Hawk, which directive is impossible without at least one live chicken and a rabbi? It's got to be B. 68250. In Gunman of the Apocalypse, what were engraved on the side of Crichton's shooting irons? Oh god. Because it was the peace virus, wasn't it? So, doves. In Queeg, which directive states you have to work in order to earn credits for food? Okay, it's not Rim Directive, so it's got to be A. Article 476 of the Space Corps Directive. How many years into deep space is Red Dwarf? Approximately 3 million. Finish this sentence. Given that God is infinite and that the universe is also infinite, how can I be called Dwayne Dibley? Would you like a toasted tea cake? How does the Outland Review always find you? I think it's B? Yeah. Who played the female Holly? That was Hattie Hayridge. A. In Back to Reality, what was the relationship between Sebastian and Billy Doyle? Can't remember. Try C. Yes. Plays the part of Dave Lister, Craig Charles. What did Lister used to go scrumping for when he was younger? It's cars. What affliction did Crichton's spare head suffer from in DNA? Short circuit in his memory circuits? I think it's A. Damn. Who collects singing potatoes in Queeg? Sounds like Holly. Yes. What did Rimmer think Legion's light switch was? The fuse box, a three-dimensional sculpture, a light switch. Say a light switch. Damn. Who can open beer bottles with his overbite? Dwayne Dibley! In Waiting for God, what did a Quagar warrior look like? Bigfoot? Damn. Who was referred to as a small off-duty Czechoslovakian traffic warden in Camille? Oh god, it's apple or banana, isn't it? Where is it? I'll be traffic cone. Damn. It's a smee. What did the Inquisitor think was the only purpose of existence? To eat, sleep, and make babies, to live a loyal life, to try and be better than everyone else. It's B. Where did Crichton and Rimmer first materialise on Waxworld in Meltdown? Movie world, prehistoric world, cartoon world. Ooh. A or B? A or B? I say B? Yes. Why couldn't Crichton wear the Inquisitor's gauntlet? It was programmed not to kill, it was too small for his hand, it was part of the Inquisitor's arm. A? In Waiting for God, what was the Quagar capsule really? It was a garbage pod. In White Hole, what did Lister say he was known as in Egbert Farms on a Friday night? A gerbil face? Damn. Who played Adolf Hitler in Time Slides? Kenneth Hadley, I've already done that one. What was the smallest grave on Rimmer's Simon in Terraform? It was his charm? In Thanks for the Memory, what did the cat say was his third favourite activity? Sleeping. Who watches Die Screaming with Sharp Things in Your Head? The rogue simulants in Gunman of the Apocalypse, the Lister and the Cat in Duck Soup, the Lows in Demons and Angels. Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna try C. There you go. Lucky guess. In Emo Hawk, what did the crew need from the Gelfs? An oxygeneration unit? We played Christine Kachansky in Series 7. Chloe Annette. And question 120. In DNA, what is the only thing that can kill the Vindaloo monster? Oh, was it Lager? Yes. Your total score was 94 out of 120. You can do better than that. I mean, that's pretty good. That's not bad. I don't think I need to do better than that, to be honest. I'm not going to do better than that, because I'm just not going to repeat the questions again. There you go. There's a Red Dwarf quiz game. That was fun. You know, for like 15 minutes. Not really much else to say about it, is there, really? It's a quiz game. What else do you want? I think it's available on archive.org, maybe, somewhere. Give it a go yourself. I mean, if you've seen the answers now. I mean, you haven't seen the answers. Because it doesn't show the answers, but I've given the right answers there, so, you know, whatever. It's somewhere. Give it a go if you want. It's pretty fun for Red Dwarf fans. If you know the series, you have got to kind of know the first 7 series pretty well. It's got some easy ones, got some difficult ones. Good balance, yeah, not bad. Not bad. Alright, that one's done, nice and easy. And once again, join me next time for more Red Dwarf.